Have you ever wondered what it feels like to launch a 700 horsepower SQ5? I always have. So today, we're gonna find out. Let's get it. Hey guys, and welcome. I'm so happy you could join me today for another video on my B9 SQ5. Today we'll be doing some boosted launches as well as 0 to 60s and some draggy data to show you what a full weight 4,700 pound SQ5 can do with the TTE 810 turbo being stage 3 on E70. Keep in mind, this is a beta tune. It is not dialed in all the way. There is a lot more to be had from the turbo, from my setup, but today I'd like to show you, as everyone wants to see performance numbers, and trust me, so do I want to see what my car can do 0 to 60, especially full weight. For most of us, this car is either a weekend car for your family, or maybe it's your daily or your wife's daily, and I understand, it's an SUV, and it's heavy. That disadvantage of that weight can turn into an advantage for you to put your power down, especially when you're making this much power. Now, I was stage 2 plus on E85 for quite a while, and the stock turbo made a ton of torque, but the hybrid turbo is definitely next level. The thing is that the power band shifts further up. So instead of having all that torque between 2,000 to 4,000, all of that torque and all of that power is now 4,000 to 7,000. So the power band shifts completely. So yes, it does change the drivability of the car. It does change the way the car performs. Maybe not necessarily performs, but more how it feels when you're driving it. All of that power will just put the biggest smile on your face. So in my case, I'm stage 3 plus on E70. We know that the TTE 810 on stage 3 plus, according to Integrated Engineering's advertised numbers, made around 620 wheel, which would put you around 710 crank. Now, yeah, the 810 is capable of 800 horsepower to the crank, supposedly. I don't have any dyno numbers. I don't think there's gonna be any release for quite some time. We will be taking this car to the dyno soon. But as of right now, I do not know what kind of power it's making. It's fast, it's insanely fast. There's no way of putting it. Many people ask me, is it worth it to go from stage 2 or stage 2 plus 85 to E70 with the hybrid turbo? Absolutely it's worth it. The gains in power alone, the torque, it's mind-blowingly fast. And so today we're gonna get into some boosted launches. I'm gonna show you how to launch your SQ5. I'm gonna show you how it drives, and I'm also gonna show you a couple of 0 to 60 runs with the draggy. So let's get it. Current modifications on the car: IE intake that goes into an IE turbo inlet with the TTE 810 right there. That goes into a CTS catless downpipe. APR high pressure fuel pump. IE does not have theirs yet. Also, the injectors were upgraded from the stock injectors to the RS6, RS7 injectors for more flow. And the last modification on this car is an IE intercooler that's sitting right there. The drivability, in my opinion, gets 10 times more fun. The lag of the turbo does not bother me at all, and guys, it is really not that bad. The turbo just spools and it goes. I mean, it's just a little laggier. There's really not much to it. I think that people are over-exaggerating. The hybrid turbo is the way to go for any and every SQ5. Without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys how to launch your B9 Stage 3 SQ5. First thing you will need is to put your car into dynamic and into sport. You will then press and hold your stabilization control. Make sure that it's off. Once it's off, you should be ready to launch your SQ5. I put my brake pedal all the way down as far as I can and mash my foot on the gas pedal until I build boost. Wait till 3,000 RPM right there, full boost, let's go. It really feels like I'm in a rocket ship about to leave Earth. I've never been in something so quick. It's an SUV. And for an SUV to move like that, it's absolutely mind-blowing. This car is an absolute monster. I can't wait to see what we do on the draggy. It is a heavy SUV, and I understand that some people might think it's a disadvantage, which yes, it is. It's heavier, but also all that weight helps transfer all of that power down to the ground and gets it going right off the start. This SQ5 has managed to put power down every single time, guys. I don't think I've ever really necessarily spun. I mean, maybe slightly in the first foot, but after that it would hook up and just launch. With the performance that we have seen today from my car, I cannot wait to take it to the drag strip. I will be doing more street runs, full weights, 0 to 60, quarter mile times to show you guys the real world results of a full weight SUV, as I'm sure that for most of you, that's the most important part. But I'm more of a guy that likes to go full kill at all times. So I'll definitely be taking the car to the drag strip pretty soon here at Pacific Raceways. The weather should be looking pretty good. So we'll see what she does in the quarter mile, and we'll see if we can do even a better 0 to 60. I will be doing full weight and also max effort setups and showing you guys how you guys can replicate my setup A to B and accomplish the same exact times that I can. The biggest question I got recently was, why are you building an SUV? Why not go with an S4, S5 that way lighter, that are more aerodynamic and can just go faster all around? Ever since I started looking at the B9s and the B9.5s, the B9 SQ5 stood out to me specifically. I love the interior, I love the space, and I love the way it looked from the outside. The sharp angles, meaty avant look. I'm a big fan of the RS6, and so the SQ5 to me in some way being lowered kind of looked like an RS6, and I absolutely fell in love with the look of a lowered SQ5. Now, why did I start modifying my SQ5? I've been a big fan of fast SUVs for some time now. Watching CarWow, looking at the Port GT Turbo, running low 11s in the quarter mile, just got jealous. And once I bought my SQ5, I just could not hold back. So I went stage 1, stage 2, then I started doing stage 2 plus. So I got so invested into it, and wanting more power, I realized that it's really easy to make a lot of power on this platform. We have the same exact engine that's found in the B9, S4, S5, and it just has so much potential. I was stage 2 plus for, I would say, around 3 to 4 months. Even the amount of torque that the stock turbo was producing, the way it felt, the drivability, I was left wanting for more. So I realized that the only way is up. And what I mean by that is a hybrid turbo. I ordered the 810. I got an APR high pressure fuel pump. I got the injectors. I got 4-bar map sensors. Integrated Engineering reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to beta test the 810 file pre-release, as I know they're getting super close with the Pure 750 and the TT 810, and I know they want real world results. They want customers running, these files to see how they perform for logging purposes, etc., etc. Now, I understand that the biggest worry for a lot of people that watch my channel or maybe have kept up with the B9, S4, S5, SQ5 platform was when you go from stock turbo to hybrid turbo, they're worried about the drivability. And honestly, so was I. I didn't know how it was gonna drive. People were over-exaggerating it, saying, oh, it's so laggy. I definitely had a negative bias coming into the 810, but once I got the turbo on, once I started driving it, this is my wife's daily car, by the way. She dailies this car, Stage 3 Plus E70, and she has had no issues whatsoever. She loves the way the car performs. Obviously, she's not a crazy car fanatic like me, and she's not launching it on every single stoplight, but she absolutely loves the performance of the hybrid turbo. Now, someone else might ask a question about gas mileage. On stage 2 or stage 2 plus E85, I was getting around 19 miles a gallon cruising on average between city and freeway, which is not that bad considering the car is very heavy and it's a daily car. So 19 miles a gallon on stage 2 plus E85. With the hybrid turbo on E70, keep in mind, guys, I cannot keep my foot out of the gas pedal, or as I like to call it, the fast pedal. I get around 13 to 15, sometimes 16 miles a gallon on the freeway, which, yes, I understand. Oh man, it sucks losing gas mileage. You guys have no idea how fast the car is. The performance change from the stock turbo to hybrid turbo is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, I will be doing more drivability reviews. I will go more into depth on how the car performs. In my opinion, every single SQ5 should have a hybrid turbo on it. It transforms the car into an absolute monster, and there's nothing like it. Thank you so much for joining me today. There's a ton more content coming from my B9 SQ5. If I've earned your subscription today, I'm gonna ask you to hit that subscribe button. If you have an idea, something that you want me to showcase, I would love to do a video on it. So please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and take care. Bye.